Tonight we're going to talk about animals, plants, and the elements, and how somehow we forgot that we're not on top of everything, but we exist together with everything. And animals, plants, and the elements are here to assist us with the ascension we're undergoing from the third into the fifth dimension, or Christ consciousness, which is love and light, unity, and oneness. So you may have noticed that on YouTube there are so many more videos about animals and animals acting like humans and taking care of babies, protecting people, learning things, and everything is becoming more conscious, aware, and intelligent. And the way animals, plants, and the elements assist us in our awakening, waking up from our ego cracking the shell and realizing that we're actually part of a big family and we're not controlling anything, which ends the whole neurosis. And you can finally like relax because you can be yourself and not have to worry about competing and not enough and lack. But the way they assist us, there are so many ways. They're conscious and intelligent, and they're natural, which is the most important thing, or authentic. So they carry this natural, authentic frequency because, like the rose cannot be anything else but a rose. And a dandelion cannot be anything else but a dandelion. A tomato cannot be anything else but a tomato. A cat cannot be anything else but a cat. So they're true to their own nature in the sense that they act and behave in a way that is completely natural and is not influenced by anything else. And just through being around them, around animals in nature, uh, out in the elements, we harmonize with our own natural frequency, quantum entanglement. So that's why when you go in nature, you feel this blissful feeling and you can lose track of time because you don't have that stress on you from all the other humans around you that are their minds are constantly spinning gears and worrying and fearing and doubting and being anxious and hating and being jealous and all of that, which I'm not saying that humans don't have positive emotions, but I'm talking about the majority of people who are not awake yet. Uh, so if you want to go deeper, you can start to actually consciously connect with animals, nature, and the elements. And the way we consciously connect with something is by paying attention to it, focusing on it, and sending good vibrations. Since love is the fabric of the universe and love is what connects us all, and we are actually love, when you tune into the frequency of love, gratitude, peace, then you are harmonized completely. And they help you with that. And if you stay there, you can actually communicate with the plants, with the animals, and the elements, and ask them for their wisdom and guidance. And think about the elements are so fascinating because the elements are also what connects us. They come very close to the vibration of love because the sun shines equally on everybody. Water circulates. So it kind of like touches everything. The air that we breathe is the same air no matter where on the planet you're at. And it doesn't judge, your age, what you have done, what you haven't done, your ethnicity. The air is available to everybody, and the same with the earth. And they're constantly giving to us and sustaining our life. Yet we take them for granted and pollute them. So we are unconsciously, unconsciously cutting the branch of on which we sit. So do you realize like the whole stupidity of humanity and its idiocracy in real time? The movie. Uh, so when we realize that if it's not for the elements, we're dead tomorrow. We're dead right now. Like if we didn't have the air, how long can you breathe without air? If we don't have the sun, if we don't have the earth, if we don't have water. So when we realize that and actually sinks in for real, then we begin to show gratitude for life itself, for the elements, for the plants, for the animals, without which our life would be completely impossible. Completely impossible. Without the bees, think about it. And when we begin to really grasp and comprehend this, then inevitably our ego will crack. And then hopefully, if you do have conscious, you will begin to really reconsider your whole life and priorities. Because if we don't do it soon as a humanity, we're going to be wiped out of the planet because we're not honoring it. And the planet will be just fine without us and will go back to normal like it does every time. But this time, we are called into a next level of ascending with the planet and overcoming our unconsciousness and realizing the harmful behaviors that we do, because when we harm the planet, when we harm the elements and the animals and the plants, we're harming ourselves because we're one, let alone, not to speak when we harm other humans. And if we really manage to be conscious in that understanding, uh, then again, let's go to consciously connecting. You begin to give gratitude for the elements, for the animals, for the plants. And they can help us remember how to fix everything by giving us wisdom and guidance and reminding us all of the things that we forgot. For example, today when I was walking, I said hi to my favorite trees. And I was like, oh, wow, yes, everything is showing the truth because they're two beautiful, gorgeous big trees. And when I was looking at them, I was like, this is how it works. We're all like connected in our roots, not just humans, but like with the trees and the plants and the elements, and also our branches because the trees grow side by side. They're very symmetrical, like parallel lines, the trunks, and they're connected in the roots and the branches. And this is how we are, except we focus on the part of the trunks that appear to be separate and have a gap in the middle. And we live under the illusion that we're completely separate from everything. Whereas we're completely connected with everything. But in order to realize that, we need to go high and we need to go deep. And in order to go high, you need to go deep. So we need to process all of these emotions of grief, shame, guilt, fear. Uh, and, when you realize, oh my God, I've been harming the planet, even though it's been unconscious, you are going to feel grief. Like the grief of everything that is being polluted. You are going to feel shame because directly or indirectly we're contributing to it. And then hopefully from that, we pull those emotions up. And instead of going into fear and despair, we're going to die. Oh my God, the world is hopeless, doom, gloom, whatever. We pull that up. We move it through the heart into courage. And then we go higher up the chakras and we start to speak up about those things that we realized and inform other humans. And then, through the crown, we receive downloads of what can we do to actually assist? And everybody has their mission. So there are some people that are very much devoted to cleaning the waters. There are others that are very much devoted to teaching gardening. There are others very much devoted to coming up with more conscious ways of building. There are healers, storytellers, um, mystics, oracles, and of different people that work on different fields. And when you make that shift into new earth, you remember what is your mission, what you came here for, and start to do your work. And you're perfectly equipped because on a soul level, you know everything. You just have to tap into your higher self and that inner knowing, and align your chakras so you can be grounded, but still receive downloads, and you can pass them through. And everybody has the right kind of abilities so they can assist with the awakening. So once it fully clicks in, you automatically like tap into your mission and begin doing it, because the whole time before that has been preparation. So that's what we've came here for, the 144,000, the light workers, star seeds, chosen ones, whatever you want to call it. And we begin to actively work with the animals, plants, and the elementals, because they hold, like in their cellular memory, water holds like all the memory. Like they know everything. They know everything that has happened before, and they have wisdom to teach us of what we need to do. And when our stream of consciousness unites with theirs, everything gets amplified, and through like the love and gratitude connection that we share, we exchange energy and tap further into our intuition and what's happening in the collective, and if there's anything that we need to do to prevent a certain thing, to assist certain somebody with something, to give some advice or information here, or to perform a certain action, it becomes very clear. And at one point, you just become totally engulfed in that flow of life, and everything becomes very natural. We're not stopping yourself by the mind, but through that realization of oneness, you begin to live it, and you're always at the right place at the right time, giving the right information to the right person, or assisting this person with this thing. And for example, you're walking back home from your walk, and you feel like, I need to stop by this shop. And then it turns out that this person has a particular problem in the shop, and you can give the right information, but mostly with your energy, you can diffuse the problem and switch the energy focus to the solution. So it becomes really interesting and kind of the way I mostly like can relate it to is a really good martial artist, and you know how fast they move and how they always know the right move because they're in such a perfect form that they can kind of like almost like see a few steps ahead. So you develop this sense of precognition, which is you don't even like, it's becomes like second nature, and you can see a little bit ahead and perform what's needed to readjust certain things. And I've not seen that movie, The Equalizer, but it begins to be something like that. You're like equalizing because you've become a master alchemist, and you know that you're connected to everything, so you can use energies to constantly weave higher elevation and transmute lower energies into higher, and gather information from different streams of consciousness. And even if somebody appears to be completely asleep, you can communicate with their higher self and still exchange information and not be deceived by the facade and the outside, and the asleep persona of that soul that is inside, that actually is perfectly aware of what's going on. So this is what ascension is. It's totally not scary, and if you want to have fun like that and develop your abilities and skills and move into new earth, ego death is the path. You just have to die to your old self and the old ways uh, psychologically. Keep the body. The body is essential for experiencing this 3D reality. And just allow your consciousness to upgrade naturally because upgrades are constantly coming. You just have to make space for them by letting go of what no longer serves you. And over different waves, some people receive updates very easily because we're constantly going through this process of elimination, and we're making space to receive more, and it's just very organic. Let go, receive, let go, process, receive, let go, process, receive, kind of like eating. You eat food, and then the nutrients get absorbed into your body, and then you eliminate. So it's the same thing, but you're eating consciousness, higher consciousness from source, and distributing here on earth and anchoring that frequency and vibration. Um, so yeah, you can become a natural. It's just if you're constipated, it's not gonna happen. So you have to let go of the outdated belief systems and that need to defend yourself, and the limited ego is I'm here alone and not connected to anything. And join the dance in the fifth dimension, the new earth.